to one.
Baggedmilk. 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 Oh, I swear. Oh, Baggedmilk. Baggedmilk.
How you doing, my friend?
Doing very well. How are you doing?
Excellent. I read a sports nerd thing, and they were talking about it. And I don't want to get too excited. I think everybody in Edmonton is well aware of what expectations for an upcoming season can do to your morale as the hockey season starts. But it was interesting to read that they suspect that Vegas and Edmonton will be competing for that top spot in the Pacific Division, along with the new Seattle Kraken team. So, but not that Seattle will be competing, but Seattle has been put into the Kraken or into the Pacific Division.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be because last year was obviously weird. It was the all-Canadian year, 56 games against nothing but Canadian teams, and now they're going back to a normal schedule and a normal season where they're traveling and moving around, and it's going to be interesting. I think that a lot of people are like what you said. They kind of have Vegas and Edmonton fighting for the top spot, but of course, as we know in this city, expectations don't necessarily translate to results, so we'll have to see what happens. To me, that's how I think it's going to go. Well, at least I hope so anyway. The third spot's going to be interesting. Is it going to be a team like Calgary or Vancouver? Or is Seattle going to make some noise in their first season like Vegas did? I have no idea, but it's getting to the time where I'm excited to find out. We're only a few weeks away from training camp. Preseason's around the corner. I'm looking forward to it.
Did Calgary do anything in the offseason? They've been really...
The one thing I'd like to remind all Calgary Flames fans listening to this is that they lost their captain for absolutely nothing.
This is true.
I'm sure that will get brought up again and again and again this season.
And their mascot was named the second worst mascot in North America.
Is it the dog?
Yeah,
Harvey
the Hound is a little rough looking, He's a little rough.
It's time to make a change in the mascot department there, Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. How do you think the compliance will be in the hockey world with respect to vaccinations and this whole COVID thing? Comparatively speaking, do you think hockey is a bit better than some of the other sports?
It's hard to say. I don't know, but what the compliance thing is going to be really interesting. I know that from what I read, the players are highly vaccinated in the NHL, so that's good. But what I'm waiting to see is are we allowed to have beers past 10 o'clock if it's an 8 o'clock start? What happens there? I don't know. So we'll see what happens, right? I don't know how to answer the compliance question, but I'm fascinated to watch it all happen.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Well,
that will impact the
solution,
games,
right?
Just call it a rodeo.
Just bring some horses out in the intermission.
Yeah. Call it a rodeo. We all wear cowboy hats and drinking beers past 10. Great.
Yeah. You probably missed it, but in the last hour, we presented an idea to bars and drinking establishments in the city of Edmonton and Alberta, and we don't even want credit for it. But listen, if you want to start promoting this, I think you should, because no one's going to be able to tell you what happens at a gay rodeo. Why not just tell everybody and just start running ads at your gay rodeo and just serve booze till 2?
If you got to find a loophole somewhere, you got to do it. So I'm supporting your ideas.
All right, we need to talk about Olympics. Grant brought this up. Everyone's excited about the fact that the NHL has agreed to let players play in the upcoming
that we're going to see
Olympics.
McDavid for Team Canada. There was an article on the Oiler Nation website I was reading. Okay. Yeah, McDavid and Crosby together, maybe.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would do it just for the sake of doing it.
The thing about Canada is we always send an all-star roster. You could almost ice 2 or 3 teams in the Olympics for Canada. So we know it's going to be a really good team. And the fact that, it'll be fun to watch Connor play with Sidney Crosby and Nathan McKinnon and Mark Scheifele and all of those guys. It's going to be great. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Eichel.
The Olympics are in Beijing. So
is Eichel American?
Yeah, Eichel's American.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it's going to be 14 hours ahead. That means we can wake up in the morning and have beers for no reason and kind of write your entire day off to watch the Canada game. It's the best.
One of the greatest hockey memories I have is that Olympics, going to the bar at 5 a.m. or whatever to watch Team Canada in the gold medal game, and passing out by noon.
There's nothing like it. Yeah, you have a nap at noon, you wake up hungover at 1 p.m., you don't really know what's going on. It's the best. I love the
That
Olympics.
afternoon hangover is the worst.
Yeah, and then you got to ride out the rest of the day and try to figure out when's the acceptable time to go to bed so you don't wake up in the middle of the night. It's the best. Just throw off your whole system for a 1 week tournament.
I may have had a 3-4 o'clock hangover yesterday, as a matter of fact.
You know what? It happens to the best of us.
You're training.
Yeah. All right, Baggedmilk. Thanks for your time today. Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation.
Thanks, boys.